video. Y'all already know the deal. As you can see from the title, we're about to talk about the things I miss about being a loose natural. Now, let's not get it effed up. I love being a lock queen. Wouldn't change it for the world, wouldn't change anything about it really, but obviously there are some things that I do miss about having the regular loose natural hair. Why am I talking so loud? But yeah, so obviously there are some things that I do miss about being a loose natural. So of course I have a little list for y'all that I'm about to go over with y'all. And I would hope that maybe if you're about to, if you're a loose natural now and you're considering changing to locks, maybe this will help you in your journey doing that. Or maybe if you have locks, maybe you agree with me on some of these. But yeah, so I made a little list. Number one on the list, and I think everyone with locks can probably agree with me, I miss being able to do box braids. I really miss box braids. There is kind of two reasons I can't do them now. For one, I have almost 200 locks, so I would have so many braids and I can't combine them into two because they're thick and it would probably be super heavy on my head. So that's my first reason why I wouldn't do it. And number two is because the tension on the hair. It can cause severe thinning and really fast if you do box braids over locks. Because it's really pulling at it and it can cause the thinning down the locks. It doesn't even have to take time. So it's just a bit of a risk that I'm not really willing to take. So yeah, that is something I really miss. I used to do my own box braids on my locks. I was really good at it. I even used to have people pay me to do their box braids, which I can still do, but like I liked having box braids. It was like a lot of experimenting with it. But again, like I kind of have full-time box braids in a way. But that definitely is something I miss nonetheless. The next thing I have is the afro look. I will try to find a picture and insert it for you guys. I used to have a really big afro and I miss that. I, again, love my locks. This is not in any way, shape, or form me complaining, but I had such a pretty afro and it was just like so perfect and like voluminous, and I definitely do miss the look of it, but I don't miss the work that came with it and the days spent crying in the mirror. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. The next thing I have is being able to change styles all the time. For example, you can do that obviously with this, but with the loose natural hair, you can have box braids in one day, then loose natural the next day, and then straightened hair the next day after that, and then 2-strand twist the next day after that. And then, you know, like you get the point. You have like really a lot of options, which you still do have with the locks, but not nearly as much as you would have with loose natural. So I do miss that. And I especially miss being able to like look like a completely different person every day. But like, you know, it's one of those things that you miss, but like if you got it back, you wouldn't want it back type. So the next thing I have is, I miss my curls, y'all. I know like some of my locks obviously have curls at the end. For example, this one, or some of them have like the goddess look on them. This one, wait, it fell, it's gone. You can see some of them like have little curls at the end and things like that. No, it's not one. You get the point. I have them like that. But I do miss my curls and having that like ability to like define my curls and things like that, which I can still braid these and make it curly, but listen, you get what I'm saying. I miss my curls sometimes. Sometimes I miss having that look, and I miss the way I had my hair all big and fluffy and like curly, and it was like just so, it was great. I definitely feel like I did not appreciate it the way that I should have back then. Let's see, the next thing I have is, this is the biggest thing. Now, I really think this is number one on the list. Oh my God. No buildup. It doesn't matter what you put in your hair. You're not going to get buildup because it just washes out and it's not going to be able to penetrate through the lock. So y'all know like a big thing with locks is number one, lint, and number two, buildup. You don't have to deal with either two of those things when you have loose natural hair. And I feel like that is one of those things that you don't know you kind of got a blessing with when you have it. But once you don't, you know. So I definitely miss not having to deal with buildup or anything, which I don't deal with much now because I just kind of do the interlocking. But it's still one of those things that's like, you know, I miss it. You know, it was a little bit easier. And then my last thing is when you wash your locks, you get out and you towel dry it and it's still wet. It's still soaking wet, and it can take up to 24 to 48 hours to dry. Me personally, it takes about like 36 hours for my hair to fully dry unless I'm gonna blow dry it. So, which I don't want to do because I don't want to put unnecessary heat on my locks. So I definitely feel like I miss not. Somebody commented on my other video. I definitely miss that. You know, you don't have to wait for it to dry. It's just kind of done and dry. But those are my little tips, and I know I need to do like longer videos. Someone else commented too, huh? But yeah, so those are my tips. Do have one other thing for you guys. As you guys know in my last video, I let y'all know that I did create a new channel. So The Real Ronnie, this channel is my lock channel. And then I have The Real Ronnie, Thee, The Real Ronnie, which is my main channel, which is going to be obviously like vlogs, advice, challenges, day-to-day stuff, you know, job stuff, like all that type of stuff. And that's The Real Ronnie. The link is down in the description. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Y'all already know the deal. I'm gonna keep pushing out this lock content for you guys, but in order to do that, I do need video requests. So if you don't mind, go down below and comment a video request for me so I can get to work on that. And yeah, I think that's it. I feel like, oops, hiccups, sorry y'all. I feel like this video was kind of short though. Like, there's more stuff I miss about my locks. I mean, my loose natural. Obviously, I miss how easy and quick it is to wash it. Ain't no quick thing to wash these anymore. You gotta wash them twice, because if you want to get all the dirt out, you gotta wash them twice. Then you gotta get out, and then you gotta separate the roots. Oh gosh. And then if you're gonna braid them, you gotta braid them. It's a lot. It's not just like a rinse and go, like a wash and go. And like, even though I don't miss like the time it took to do my locks, I miss like, I mean, my loose natural, I miss like the feeling of like having something to do, you know what I mean? But that's probably just my busybody side, because I also really love waking up, taking my bonnet off, and being ready for the day. Like, for example, I've been wearing these curls for 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks, like some uncanny amount of time. So let me stop tripping. But all in all, don't take this video as me saying like I hate my locks and I miss my loose natural hair. I'm not taking these locks out for nothing. I don't regret these locks for nothing, and I really do feel like these locks are the best decision I ever made. So I'm not saying like I don't like my locks. I know I did one video where I was like 7 things I hate about my locks and 7 things I love about my locks. And in the beginning of that video, I was literally like, y'all, I don't hate my locks. That's just the title. But people were like, you're being ungrateful and why would you hate your? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. So again, I'm not saying I don't like my locks. I love my locks. There's some things about loose natural things that I miss. Like, I was a loose natural for what? My whole life, really. I was a loose natural my whole life. So I know when I was really young I had a perm, but that don't need to count because I was like 5. But yeah, so those are the things I miss about my loose natural hair. Would I go back? No. Do I miss it? Yes. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. I love you.